We're going to be recording now. I want to introduce you to a buddy of mine, Doug, who comes down to the Red Rose once in a while, and we discuss everything in the world. And he served our country in World War II. And apparently his birth that year is the same as the diner, which is 1927. So Doug, say hello and tell everybody how you found out about the diner, when you came down. How long have you been going to the diner?
Oh,
ever
since
when Gordon Tyndall was here.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's got a diner up in Minnesota now that he built down here.
Oh, does he have one up there?
He's got it more or less set up. Yeah,
yeah.
Towed it up here.
I know he had one he was working on down here.
Right.
Yeah.
Joe, did he finally open it?
Yeah, I think so. And this diner was supposed to be in Lancaster. In Lancaster, everybody has red roses. The police have red roses on their arms and the whole thing. So, but apparently they didn't want the Red Rose Diner in Lancaster, so he brought it up here.
Yeah.
But it took them years to really get it going, and the new owners, Billy and Mike, have done a great job. I think it have enhanced the place. And so, tell us about yourself. Where were you originally from?
Well, really originally from, I was born in
how far from here? We're getting another state?
City.
Atlantic City. So you're a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
And that was before the casinos, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But it was always, so what do you remember the horse? There was a horse that used to jump in the water down there or something?
Yeah.
The old pier? Do you remember that?
I've seen that.
You actually saw the horse going with the rider?
Yes. Yep.
Wow.
Somebody's on the horse's back.
Right?
Diving in the big pool of water.
Right. And then you came up to, was this the first place in Pennsylvania you were at from Atlantic?
No. We were in Binghamton, New York.
Okay.
Short while.
All right, which is on the Susquehanna.
Yeah.
You remember those rafters that came by? They came from up near Binghamton.
Oh, yeah.
And they went through here, and they ended up down in Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, and
So.
Let's see. Then prior to coming to Towanda, we were in Olean, New York,
Where's that?
towards Buffalo.
So in the middle of the state, or what?
Yeah. It's way closer.
So other than that, you've always been on water of sorts, either the Atlantic Ocean or the Susquehanna.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And so when did you come to Towanda, you think? How long have you been here?
Let's see, since 1933.
Okay. And you went off to the service and ended up in Guam or whatever, where the South Pacific.
Yeah.
You spent time what, in Seattle? Did you spend time in Seattle or LA or where?
No,
California somewhere.
Yeah, well, I had a boot camp up at the Great Lakes.
Great Lakes, okay.
That was a
That doesn't
naval.
That doesn't sound too glamorous of the Great Lakes.
Well, yeah, but it was one of the largest
Okay.
boot camps in the country.
All right.
And then I've transferred to Port Hueneme, California.
All right. So you made
from
you made the coast of California. Did you like it out there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
And then from there, where did you go?
Well,
I mean, you went out in the South Pacific someplace, right?
yeah.
Or Guam, or where were you? Guam?
Yeah. Hawaii first.
Hawaii first. The Big Island, or
No, just
was it Honolulu?
Honolulu.
Or okay, that's all right. It's okay.
And then short while there, I got liberty to come home here to Towanda.
Right. Were you happy to
But
get
that-
back, or did you want to
well,
stay
no,
out there?
That was prior to being shipped overseas. in the
Okay.
Pacific.
All right.
And so I didn't know that.
So how did you train? Was train, bus? How did you get back and forth?
Oh, no, train.
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 So
Yeah,
that must have
train
taken a
was
few
great.
days, right?
Oh yeah.
That wasn't glamorous.
Well, I like the train.
All right.
Yeah, I miss them.
Okay. So you're out in Guam somewhere in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, well, that's right. And
What'd you like best, Guam or Hawaii, or what was?
Well-
Where was the nicest place you were while you're in the service?
for boot camp, it was Port Wainimi.
Right.
It's a CB base. out
Okay.
there. And then Guam.
Okay.
I spent more time in Guam.
And you had a big storm out there while you were there?
Oh yes, yes, yeah, yeah,
So you all took shelter in those Quonset huts or something, right?
yeah. Yeah, they didn't have much of more like villages.
Were you nervous when this was going on, or what? Apprehensive, or?
Well, yeah, because they moved us out of smaller Quonset huts into a huge Quonset.
Right.
And we were, because the others, we figured, wouldn't stand up against.
Did they lose any Quonset huts, or did they more or less all
Well,
survive?
I don't remember. Probably a few of
Mhm.
those,
Okay.
but they moved all of us. All of us.
Now you were on boats going out there. You were on ships.
Oh yeah.
What kind of ships were you on?
Oh,
Were you like battleships, or cruisers, or destroyers, or freighters, or?
Well, one of them was an aircraft carrier.
Okay, so you're on an aircraft carrier.
But,
You remember the name of it all?
Oh gosh, I don't really.
So it wasn't a famous aircraft carrier.
No. I remember
Well, they were all straight deck back then. There was no angle decks. That was later on.
yeah.
Even the Intrepid, that was converted from a straight deck to an angle deck so they could deal with
Yeah.
the jets doing go-arounds and stuff.
Yeah.
So you want to say hello? We're interviewing Doug.
Your hair looks good, Doug, today. Your hair looks good.
There he is. There's Mike.
Your hair looks good,
I
Doug.
forgot.
He's,
Yeah,
he's one of
I
the
forgot.
co-owners of this place. All right. So anyhow, you survived the service, and you're in Towanda. We got this beautiful Susquehanna out here,
Right.
and there's a lot of beautiful things out here in Pennsylvania, and the taxes aren't too bad. Trouble is, we have a little problem with all the trucks from the gas exploration out here,
Yeah.
but I guess it's employing people, and so
Yeah.
it's definitely an inconvenience, but
Yeah.
what are you going to do? Well, I want to thank you, Doug, for the interview, and thank you for serving our country. And
When I came home,
yes,
I got a job with Sylvania.
Sylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have basically Sylvania, DuPont, and then Masonite, which is now, what do they call it? They call it something else. Craft Masters or something. They make all kinds of wood molding. They bring in all these trees, grind them up, steam them,
Yeah.
and they actually, I think, extrude them or make sheets and press them. And,
Oh yeah.
but the Merrill Parkway, that was after Merrill was one of the owners of the the patented process or something for the screens.
He was responsible for the Sylvania here.
Right, and he made a deal that the only way they could buy his process or whatever was if he kept the process in Towanda,
That's true.
and otherwise they would have left.
That's right.
And so this man had the foresight to really keep two major. Ultimately, DuPont was doing some of the same stuff too. They were doing some of the same patents and stuff. So they stayed here, and so they named the parkway along the river after them, Merle Parkway.
And that was named after Merrill and his assistant. They were going out. Where was it? Wyoming.
Right.
Anyhow, it was some for tungsten.
Right, which they're using now. The Sylvania is still big in tungsten right now.
Yeah, so that's they went out there, and
nothing bad happened to them, did it, out there? Or?
oh yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, listen. Well, I think it was in Chicago.
Money in the pocket.
They had another important guy up. I'm trying to think.
Well, they get hurt, killed, or what happened?
They had to flip a coin because they didn't have room for. This was the first time that Merrill and them had taken their wives on the trip.
Right.
And
was this airplane?
yeah, this was
on an airplane.
Airplane, yeah. And they crashed in a mountain out in. Where did I say it was?
Wyoming, or?
Wyoming, I think it was. Yeah.
So he got killed on a business.
Yeah, they
on a business trip.
all of them did.
No kidding, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but there was one man that of their plant up there that they all flipped the point. And
Right.
He
He didn't go on the plane.
he didn't go on. No, they didn't have room for him.
Right. This is like that. Who's it? Who's the Big Bopper? What was that big thing? Ritchie Valley. Remember they flipped a coin there too.
Yeah.
You know, this flipping a coin going on an airplane is not smart.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is before they wanted to plant.
Yeah, but that was the same thing they did on the bus. They decided who's going to go on the bus and who's going to take the Bonanza, and they crashed in the snow.
Yeah, that's it.
I did not know that, and I appreciate you informing the world about Mr. Merle and his fate.
Yeah.
And it was just fate. But he did a great thing for this community, and we're indebted to him.
Yeah.
We're totally still indebted to him. So.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, Doug, I'm going to sign off here, but I want to thank you for your time. And as a result of this interview, we now know a lot more about the history of Towanda and Bradford County, Pennsylvania. So thanks again. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See if we can-
Thank you.